Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a really nifty new CD containing two piano concertos, one by Emil von Sauer, his number one, and Conrad Ansorge, his piano concerto opus 28 in F major. Both of these fall under the rubric Pupils of Liszt. Now, Liszt had a bazillion pupils. Like he was dripping pupils. His lessons were free, and he had lots of hangers-on and people who studied things. And some of them were talented, some of them were less talented, and a lot of them wrote music. So if this is going to be a series, well, it probably will be an interesting one. It's a little bit similar to the Romantic Piano Concerto series that Hyperion had been working on for the past couple of decades, and which features the Emil von Sauer concerto, but I don't believe the Ansorge is in there yet. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't ring a bell offhand, although I have everything in that series somewhere. Anyway, doesn't mean I've listened to it all yet, but I have it. But I did listen to these, and I did listen to the Emil von Sauer in the Hyperion series because it was played by Stephen Huff. And it was coupled with, I believe, the Scharwenka Fourth Concerto. It's a very, very fine disc. Really enjoyable, and the couplings may well determine which way you want to go. Von Sauer's piano music was also championed by the Russian pianist Oleg Marshev on Danacord, who recorded all of his piano music, I believe, including the two concertos. So it's not entirely unknown, and it's good music. It's really an enjoyable piece of music. I mean, it's four movements. It's a symphony, essentially, but none of them are terribly long. I mean, they're 12, 6, 7, and 4 minutes and a bit. So you're talking 18, 25, 30 minutes, let's just say, for the entire concerto. It's full of good tunes. And it's emotionally expressive and sort of heart-on-sleeve romantic, which is really nice. Von Sauer's dates were 1862 to 1942. The opening is an allegro patetico. I mean, the only thing wrong with it is, as you can imagine with these sort of post-Lisztian concerti, is that form is not always their strong point, although this one is pretty well structured. It does have a wonderful opening for solo trumpet, unexpected timbres, then the piano, and then it sort of has an introduction, and then the piano has an introduction, and then the introduction introduces the main body of the movement. It takes a couple minutes to get going. But once it does, we're in great shape, and it's wonderful to listen to until it does. It's not like, you sit there drumming your fingers, going, oh, when's it going to start? No, it's interesting all the way through. The scherzo is delicious. Absolutely delightful. I mean, the concerto is in E minor, so a little minor Mendelssohnian scampery scherzo thing. Then there's a cavatina, larghetto, amoroso. You can tell even from the titles what the character of the music is going to be, and that it's going to be, melodically pregnant. And so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. And the final rondo is delightful. The pianist is Oliver Triendl, who's very, very good, certainly capable. And the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra is under Roland Kluttig. And boy, they're well recorded. I mean, it's just a really nice performance of a beautiful concerto. But if you'd rather have the Scharwenka Fourth or check out Oleg Marshev on Danacord, well, they're all good, actually. They really are. Now, the Ansorge is a different kettle of beans. His dates are almost the same as von Sauer. He's 1862 to 1930. Same birth year, and von Sauer lived another 12 years. This concerto is nominally in F major. It is a post-Lisztian kind of chromatic, herky-jerky puddle of not terribly interesting musical ideas. I mean, the piano writing is fun to listen to. And it does have, jets of inspiration. I mean, the end of the first movement, for example, there's like this delicious little lick for glockenspiel and piano. It ends quietly. It's charming. It really is. Getting there, well, that's a bit of a struggle. I found it to be a somewhat disjointed piece on the whole. It's in the standard 3 movements. It has some lovely things, like I said, and some intriguing things. But taken as a whole, I don't think it hangs together nearly as well as von Sauer's concerto does. But it's still, it's a novelty. And it's very interesting for people who are into these, romantic piano concerto things. And it's been an amazing series. All of it's fun to listen to. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's even fun to listen to music that isn't so great sometimes, because you can confirm for yourself that you have excellent taste in the things that you dislike, or you can criticize these pieces without fear of being labeled some kind of freak. I mean, if you were listening to Bach or Beethoven and you said, it's really not that good, everyone would jump up and down and tell you were a fool. And you would be, quite frankly, because if you were criticizing Bach and Beethoven that way, you wouldn't deserve a lot of respect. But if you criticize Conrad Ansorge, well, now you're in good shape. You have the freedom to exercise your own personal preferences with total abandon. And so I recommend you listen and do just that, because this really was a lovely disc and I enjoyed it very much. So once again, Oliver Triendl is the pianist, very, very good pianist, with the Berlin Radio Symphony under Roland Kluttig on Capriccio. Two very interesting concerti. And like I said, the Sauer is a find. It's a good piece, really good piece, I think, anyway. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.